Hey, what's going on guys, it's me Morvi and I'm back again with another walkthrough achievement guide. This time I'm playing one of the newest titles on the Xbox Game Pass, The Little Acre. This very short point and click takes us on the journey to go to Clonefyra, a mystical world that our grandfather knew all about but kept from us. So yeah, it's time to explore. If you follow my walkthrough down to the letter, you should get 100% in under 1 hour. But there is a chance you're going to miss the speedrun achievement. So you're looking at 1 to 2 hours playthrough, if you're a little bit slow. This guide takes me 56 minutes to complete the game. So you have a 4-minute wiggle room. There are some missable ones along the way, but don't worry, I'm going to point them out. There are some that also do slow you down, so if you're going to lose time, it's probably going to be to these guys. But even if you do miss the speedrun achievement, you're looking at a 2-hour playthrough, and that is one of the shortest games on the Game Pass to get that 100%. Another benefit is when you pause the game, it does stop the speedrun timer, so if you need to pee, you can hit that pause button. Right, before we get into it, if this guide helped you out in any way, please let me know down in the comments and hit that like button. If you want to see more guides like this, please hit that subscribe button. But let's get down to it, let's go hunt them achievements. And remember, keep up.
I awoke to the sounds of Lily's gentle snores as they drifted across the bench of loft. She was still fast asleep.
Okay, so the first achievement we're going for is Welcome to Little Acre. For this achievement, we need to get ready and get dressed without waking up Lily. And to do that, it's pretty simple. First off, we're going to grab the t-shirt off Dougal. Once we put that on and we let Dougal have a little yawn, we're going to steal the stick from his mouth and then use the stick from our inventory to grab our trousers from the chair just above the dog. From there, we will find a sandwich in our trousers because, of course, why not?
Lily made a fish and marmalade sandwich for me the day
To get them out of the way, click on your boots just below the bed to put them on.
boots.
And we're going to use that sandwich on Dougal, and he's going to eat half of it, leaving us with a half of a sandwich. Then we're going to use the stick to give Dougal a little poke so he turns over. And then we're going to get the sandwich from our inventory and hoof it over the room. Just like so. So yeah, if we give him a poke, that'll turn over and get his stinky breath away from us.
I was still out of reach.
And then just go to the inventory and get out the sandwich and just give it a good old yeet. Ingenious plan. So yep, get your sandwich and click it on the sweater on the other bed, and Dougal will eat the sandwich and the sweater. And then we're going to do a little bit of a trade-off with him. We're going to give him the stick for the sweater. Once he's done that, he'll wake up and go downstairs. And so can we. So click the ladder and we can leave the room.
Sneak out of there.
Giving us the first achievement, Welcome to the Little Acre. Even though we have to do stuff quick in this playthrough, it's quite nice because it's cut up with a lot of cut scenes and a lot of talking parts. So this allows you not to having to rush anything and mess anything up.
Maybe I'd find someone willing to hire me.
From here, we're going to grab the wine jug just behind us now on the table.
First, I had a few
And once we have that in our inventory, we're going to dash out the left door just there. And we're going to find ourselves outside the front of the house. What we're going to want to do is rush down the path down to the letterbox, and we're going to want to read all of the letters. The last letter does have a pretty big note that you cannot skip. The quicker we get through this, the quicker it can be done.
Father.
Arthur, This is the last of the small crystals.
Come on, Nina, you're waffling.
Worth giving up your job for.
But yeah, as I said earlier, when you pause it, it does stop the timer. So if you do need to go pee or go grab a drink, you can go do that without losing the achievement.
In your bedroom is quite unsettling, to say the least. If what you say about the lesser crystals is true, then I fear what may happen when this company begins experimenting on the large one. It's still safe for now, but I don't think it'll be possible to smuggle it out of here without anyone noticing. Given the apparent results of your own experiments, it's possible they'll listen to your warning. However, it's more likely they'll see nothing other than the potential for profit. For now, I'll do my best to impede their research. Stay safe, my friend. Nika.
Okay, thanks to Nina, we have a strange crystal. Who knows why? Me. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back into the house. Once he's decided to stop talking to himself. Come on, lad, let's go. Right, yeah, so into the house we go. That gnome will be for a later achievement, don't you worry. Okay, once we're in the house, we're going to come to the back of the room and it's going to open up. We're going to see a little stool to the right of us here. Press the action button associated to it and we're going to pick it up. That's going to go in our pocket. Very nice, fits snug. Right, from there we're going to go to the back door to the right. And we're going to find ourselves at the back of the house. Walk down the path, we're going to see the shed to the right and the water fountain to the left. We're going to go to the water fountain and put the jug underneath it and then we're going to try and pump it. But our big old muscles break the pump. Okay, so we need something to fix it now. So we're going to go to the shed to the right and we're going to try and open the door. But it's not going to budge, so we need the handle that we just broke off the fountain. Use that on the door and we're now able to open it. Once we're inside the shed, we will see a fork directly in front of us. Pick it up and then exit the shed again.
It looked like the pitchfork had fallen from its resting place.
From here, make our way back to the pump and we're going to use the pitchfork with the wooden stump just next to the pump. And we've made ourselves a DIY hammer.
Impressive feat of engineering.
Now use the hammer on the pump and we're just going to use brute force on it. And voila, we have water. Pick up the jug and make your way back to the house. Okay, once we're back into the house, we're going to make our way where Dougal's lying down. But instead of going to the ladder, we're going to go into the doorway just next to it. This is our dad's old room. What we're going to do, we're going to mess with the crazy contraption at the back of the room. And once we've had a little chat to ourselves to explain what this is, we're going to pour the jug of water into the funnel.
As with his other inventions, he just refused to explain how it worked. It looked like there was something missing, but I hadn't figured out what. The funnel allowed for coolant to be added. There.
Then once we've done that, we're going to plop the crystal onto the center of the console.
Let's see. It fits.
As you're going to see here, it's 5 and 3. So we're going to change the top one to 5 and the bottom one to 3. On the left hand side where the dials are. This will show a secret message on the wall hidden by our father. To fully read it, we're going to need to back out of the machine and we're going to see the red button on the floor and we're going to press it. This will pull the blinds down and will get the room a little bit darker so we can make out what's written on the wall. Please bear in mind there is an achievement linked to this button, but I get it later on when I'm playing as Lily. All you have to do is keep pressing the button over and over again until it pops. Okay, once the curtains are closed, we can pick up the mask that is on the bed. We'll put it on and pull a funny face real quick. And we are now at our second achievement. And we're also at our third achievement. What we're going to want to do is come over to the machine here and put in this sequence that I'm about to do now. By doing this, we'll unlock the achievement Phone Home. and it asked where did we get it from. This code is used later on in the game. Okay, now we've got that achievement. The correct code is written on the wall. Please do not copy my code, as I believe it is different for everyone. So if you don't remember it, just come out of this screen and your dad has placed it on the wall for you. How nice of him. By doing this, we'll unlock the achievement, all this power from a crystal. Once we've done that, we will get a little cutscene and it will show some laser zapping our shed. How rude. So you guessed it, we are now heading to the shed.
Whatever I did, it caused the machine in the back garden to power up.
Okay, when you come out of here, you're going to place down the jug, and then we're going to make our way to the shed. I did cut the journey out because it's a bit long. When you first walk in, come to the power box here and turn on the power. Once you've done that, make your way to the far right of the screen and use the stool to grab the item on top of the bookshelf. You'll fall off your stool and the item will fall to the floor. Once he's finished talking to himself, pick up the puzzle box. He'll tell himself that Lily would love this. So guess what's next? We're going to go show Lily. So back to the house. Okay, we're coming up to our next two achievements now. First one is avoided the consequences. Once we enter the house, the mask we picked up from earlier, we're going to equip that, and we're going to go over to Dougal and use the mask on him. He will start barking and Lily will wake up and jump on his face. This will give us the achievement avoided the consequences. Now, the second achievement we're going to do is called when in doubt.
Lily, does when in doubt, dance it out mean anything to you?
We're going to ask Lily if she knows anything about this box, and she'll do this dance routine. This dance routine is what we need to do it in order. So what we're going to do is number 2, number 1, number 3, and then number 4, going counterclockwise.
The secret dance routine turned out to be the solution for the
There we go, just like that. It will pop open and we'll get a key. Grab that key and then we've got our achievement. When in doubt, dance it out. Okay, and now once we've got that achievement popping, we're going to go back to the shed. This time when we're there, we're going to interact with the strange doorway in the middle of the room, and we're going to use the key in the centre of the doorway. This will then swap to a cutscene of Lily waking up. And now we're about to get 3 achievements back to back, which sounds lovely. Okay, once the cutscene ends, we're going to be in the house playing Lily. And our goal is to make breakfast. So what we're going to do is click the table behind us and we're going to click the steel cut oats bag. Sadly, there's no oats in this bag, so we're going to have to get some more.
Prepare to be eaten. Hey, wait a minute. It's empty.
Okay, once she's broke the bowl, what we're going to do, we're going to quickly click the cauldron behind the dog. As we're putting it down, we'll start a little fire, but that's okay. The dog's there to save the day.
Place a pot over the fire.
Then after that, we're going to want to click Dougal, and then we're going to click the cupboard to the left. It's currently locked and he can get the lock off for us. Then once he's done that, we're going to click the same cupboard and we're going to get a bowl out. This cupboard is going to try and murder us, but the dog again has our back.
Dougal, attack that string.
Okay, the next one has to be super quick. If you don't do it in the first go, you won't get your achievement. If that happens, just quit the game real quickly and load it up again. But what you're going to do, you're going to click Dougal, then the door. As he's looking at the door, you're going to move the arrow to the far top right of the screen, and there's another bag of oats hanging by the ledge. And Dougal will be too late to try and stop her. And this will pop the achievement, Silly Doggy, and I did this all by myself. To get the I did this all by myself pop, just click the table behind you and you'll add the oats to the cauldron, making the porridge. Get in your achievement.
Wait till Dad hears I did this all by myself. Hang on. Where is Dad? Wait till Dad hears I did this all by myself. Hang on. Where is Dad?
Okay, after a few cutscenes, we're going to take control of Aiden again. This time we're on the other end of the machine that we jumped into last time we was playing him. And stuff's a little bit weird. All we have to do is let him talk to himself for a minute, then walk to the door at the right of the screen, and we'll get our next achievement, Welcome to Clonefyra.
Thought of Lily that it no longer mattered why. I couldn't let her think that she had lost someone else. The door's release mechanism wouldn't function without power. As well as being a fire hazard, it was extremely...
Once you get control again of Aiden, we're going to go up the stairs here and look at these items. Once he stopped talking once again, we're going to take the hat, and then once we've got that hat, we're going to take the orb underneath it. Then we can leave the rest of the items and get back to the room.
and vice versa. Then again, it was noticeably warmer than home. I decided to take it with me. The last jar had been left next to the other belongings, emitting a faint white light. Assuming unusual objects to be important seemed like a good rule of thumb.
On the left of the screen, you'll see that there is a bit of a contraption with two holes. We're going to want to go to the one that's furthest left, and we're going to put the orb inside it. To get our next achievement, we're going to have to pull the orb out and then put it into the one next door in a quick enough time to trick the machine to think that there's two orbs. As you can see, if you're quick enough, it's super easy. I did mess this up a couple times though, so please make sure your thumbs are extra ready for this one. So all you need to do is put the orb into the left one, remove it and put it into the right one in a quick enough time. And then you have, but if you turn it this way, once you got that achievement, let him have a chat again and he'll walk through the door, and then we'll start playing as Lily again.
Venture outside to find it. And in the back of my mind, I hope that I might find my father along the way.
Okay, next up, when the loading's finished. Okay, next up, when the loading's finished, we'll be taking control of Lily.
Go to work.
What we're going to do right away is go to the far right of the screen and it will change to where Dougal's sitting here. We're going to interact with the front of this tractor here and the front will pop open. And we're going to steal this item from the tractor. Next up, we're going to go to the coal shed to the far left, just next to the tractor. We're going to interact with that and we're going to find the bone.
Every adventurer needs rope. Right where I left it.
Now we have these two items. We're going to go to the far right of the screen again. This time we're going to see this wonky old tree. Use the thing we got on the tractor with the branch. And you're going to make yourself a little swing. You're not quite as big muscles as you thought. So now grab the bone in your inventory and use it on Dougal. You'll shove it in your trousers. And Dougal can pull you back and shoot you off into the distance. Now we'll have a little bit of a cutscene. And then the wind's going to blow one of the items from Lily's shop away. She'll chase after it. Then we'll have control of her again. And then our next achievement is coming.
Hopefully we haven't missed any customers. Dad says we're running out of money. He's doing his best to find a job. He's probably gone to town for that exact reason. So until then, we've got to do our best to help out. Hey, Breeze! You didn't pay for that! Good thing Wings can't ride bikes. Wait. If Dad's bike is still here, where's he been all morning? I had a bad feeling.
Okay, as soon as we get control of Lily, we're going to want to open up her inventory and select the sword. We are then going to use it on the gnome. Sorry, Mr. Nomi, you're getting beheaded. And so we get our next achievement, never suspect a thing. As soon as Mr. Nomi's head hits the floor, start making your way back to the house. After the loading screen, we're going to be playing as Aiden again. And this time, we're picking up where we left off in Clonefyra. There are quite a few cutscenes on this part of the game, so bear with it. As soon as we can control Aiden, we're going to move him forward to the glowing orb in front of us. By pressing this, we'll open up a little bridge in front of us. Cross that bridge, we're going to find the second orb. Press that one. Now, instead of pressing the third orb, we're going to go to the left and cross the water to go to the blue orb. This will open the door for us. And then make your way back to the second orb, and then make your way to the top right of the screen and go through the door. The third orb is completely useless. Now we're back playing Lily again. What we're going to do is go to our grandfather's bedroom straight away. That's the bedroom next to the ladder. First things first, we're going to grab the teddy bear. Only the most important items come with us.
I'm on a new quest.
Now, as I said earlier, there was an achievement with this button. All you have to do is stand next to it and keep pressing the action button associated with it, and the achievement will pop. I just prefer doing it with Lily as it's a lot cuter. This may take a minute, and this is one of the achievements that will slow you down. So make sure you are tapping fast. After a little bit, you'll get the achievement, Blind Goes Up.
Line goes up. Line goes down. Line goes up. Line goes down. Line goes up.
See, I told you these achievements just keep coming and coming. Now, once that achievement's been popped and we've got Teddy in our backpack, we're going to make our way down to the shed. So go back to the main part of the house, then come forward, and then the house will open up. Go out the back right door, and then down the path to the shed. Once we are there, we want to interact with this box here on the screen, and we're going to steal some paper.
Are you in here?
Once the paper's securely in our bag, we're going to use the teddy bear with the machine that teleported Aiden to Clonefyra. This will also send Teddy on an adventure. See you later, buddy. You served me well. Our next achievement is coming up after this little talking part.
Sir Puzzlepuff. Whoa!
So Lily realizes she has to follow the teddy bear, but before we go, we need to leave a note. Use the note paper in our inventory with Dougal and we'll slap it on his face, bless him. Then, last things last, jump into the machine and off we go. This will pop the achievement. Godspeed, Sir Fuzzlepuff.
From the gnarled and twisted branches of bizarre trees to the clamor of unrecognizable creatures filling the air, it was clear I was a long way from home. As I wandered deeper into the swamp, I began to feel uneasy.
Once that achievement pops, we're going to get a loading screen, and then we're back in Clonefyra with Aiden. Press the first glowing orb in front of us and it'll bring up a bridge, just like before. This screen is a little bit more elaborate than the last one, but nothing too challenging. We're going to go around the map in a clockwise fashion, so once you go over the first bridge, instead of pressing the second orb, go down to the bottom left and press that as the second orb. Then press the third one that leads you to it. Then go back to the original second orb, press it, and move on to the door. Press the one by the door, and this will open another bridge to the blue orb. Now all we need to do is follow the path round, so go to the bottom, press that one, and we'll be in the bottom left. Press that one. We won't need to be pressing that one, just cross it, then press the one in the middle, and then we can cross our final bridge into the doorway. A little bit more elaborate, but nothing too hard.
Oh my god.
After the loading screen, we're going to be playing as Lily again, and we're going to be in the room that we was with Aiden, getting the previous achievement. Thankfully, there's sod all we need to do here, so just go through the door. I don't really see the point of that bit. It kind of slows down the game a bit, but okay. We are now playing as Aiden again. Walk up to the top right of the screen, and eventually we're going to hit a cutscene and we're going to meet a new character, Mur. He's a funny little dude, but something tells me he has an ulterior motive.
My apologies. I don't see many like you.
Who are you?
Mare.
Mur?
No, just mare.
I'm not sure where I am. Can you help me get home?
Maybe help each other? Come, sit.
As soon as you follow Mur into the next room, you'll hit a loading screen, and now you're playing as Lily again. The next achievement we're going for is called Didn't Panic. We're going to be in a spot where we was earlier with Aiden. We're going to ring the glowing orb and it's going to bring up the bridge like before. Now, there's something different on this screen. When we ring the second glowing orb, a spooky monster is going to jump out the water and wrap his tongue around us. We have 5 seconds to open our inventory, click our sword, then click the tongue. If done correctly, you'll get the achievement, Didn't Panic. Just keep your wits about you on this one, you have to be speedy.
My people lived here ago. They had machines, kept us warm, safe. Now I am alone, and the machines not work.
Well, I'll take a look.
Okay,
If I do,
okay, I may have jumped ahead a little bit. Before, when I said once Mer stops talking, he'll take us to the right of the screen. He actually does that now.
So it's the same
So
thing
before,
with-
it will just cut off while he's talking.
Okay, show me.
So it will come back to Aiden, and he's still going on. Once he's done, he'll jump to the right of the screen, and now we follow him to the right of the screen. This will take us into the next room, where Mer has a machine that is essentially a teleportation device, and we're here to help him. Or so he thinks.
Next to Mayor's toolbox was a single.
Once we have control again, we're going to go into the left-hand side of the room and pick up this glove. Aiden will shoot it by mistake, pretending he's Mega Man. We are then going to use the hat in our inventory on this plimp here in the middle of the room, where this bat cat thing is.
I don't think that.
We are then going to go through the doorway to the right-hand side, and we're going to use the glove on the shining part of the wall, and we get another crystal out of it, similar to one that we got before in the post. Now, the next achievement coming up is also a time consumer.
The crystal hidden behind the wall looks similar to the one I had seen earlier that day.
We are then going to use the glove, once we've got the crystal, on the machine on this part here. We will electrocute Mer. Sorry, buddy.
Something happened.
As you can see, he kicked over his toolbox. We can now steal his screwdriver.
From the overtime.
That's in the same spot where the glove was. We are now going to go back through the right-hand doorway and up the spiral walkway. And as you can see at the end of the walkway, there is a dripping plant. We want to interact with the plant 10 times, make him his bottom lip wobble. Eventually, you'll get the achievement, Wibble Wobble.
There was a large bulbous plant blocking a pipe at the top of the stairs. Felt like it was full of water.
Once we've done that, we can shove the screwdriver into the plant's mouth. This will release the water. As I said, this is a time consumer as it's a quite slow animation. Just keep with it. Keep tapping as fast as you can. Once that achievement has popped, we're going to go back down the walkway and into the main room again. On the left hand side of the room, there is another doorway shaped like thing. We're going to go to that and interact with it. As you can see, it's a console. Where we place the hat, that is the code we're going to need. So remember that and then go to the left-hand doorway and put it into the console. If you remember, this code is from the earlier achievement.
Hey, I think that worked. Hey, what are you doing?
Silence! Mine to take.
Mer gets a little bit suspicious of us and tries to take our life, but sod him, he ends up attacking himself. Then we get the achievement, Mer? We are now back with Lily, and that sea monster spat us out. This part of the game is super quick. Just get up to the top of the hill and we're going to meet our new buddy. The screen will go black and we're now playing Aiden again. We find ourselves in the room that we first find ourselves in when we go to Clonefyra. He'll use the machine and we'll be back in our own time zone. He'll see Lily's note on Dougal's face and shit his pants. This cutscene is quite big, so bear with it. This is where we get to meet Nina. This is the girl that gave us the first crystal in the post. And she knows a lot more about Clonefyra than we ever will. This is a good time to go for a wee or go grab a drink. As I said, this is a big cutscene.
No. Can I help you?
My name is Nina. I'm a friend of your father's. I've been out here for a while thinking about how to say this in a way that you'd believe me, but then about a minute ago I heard that sound. You've been there, haven't you? To Clonefyra.
Yes, and I need to get back there.
You mustn't go back there. It's dangerous. Your father, he was killed. I'm so sorry.
What? Lily! Lily's there, in Clonefyra! You have to help me bring her home, please!
Oh my God! Come with me! We need to get to my lab! Hurry!
But then he spat me out.
Once that cutscene is over, we'll be back playing Lily again. And we'll have a new little caterpillar buddy.
I already knew that bit. You're a good listener, like Dougal. Hey, what's your name, by the way? Well, you're like a big bug, so I'm gonna call you Bugsy, okay? So,
Once we've taken the rope off his leg, we're going to go to the right hand side of the screen and try and climb the rope. The rope's not tied to anything, so it will just fall off, and we'll now have rope in our inventory.
I might be able to climb this.
Go over to the caterpillar and interact with him, and he'll throw us on top of the ledge. We are then going to make our way to the right hand side and jump into this plant.
Give me a boost.
We'll end up going back where we originally started, but we've now lost our sword. Thankfully, our new little buddy knows a shortcut and shows us the way. All we need to do is go to the doggy flap to the right hand side, interact with it, and we'll get through.
I'm back where I started. And I've lost my sword. We could have just used the doggy door this whole time. Come on, then.
Now there's another little cutscene coming up, and we're going to get to meet a new creature, a bat squirrel, or a birrel. Bugs is not too happy and wants him for lunch, but don't worry about that.
Oh, look at that thing. It's like a fat squirrel.
So now we're going to follow the path where the birrel went. As we get to this screen here, we'll find 3 plants. Underneath the right plant, there is a black blob. That is birrel fur. Pick it up and take it back to Bubsy.
He must have
Give it to Bubsy and he'll smell it out and he'll find the culprit.
Evidence.
I'm not 100% if this is always the same, but I did a couple playthroughs and it always ended up being in the middle one. Just jump into the one that Bubsy's looking at and you'll be fine. And this will give us our next achievement. I'm going to call you Busby.
Wait here. I'll be right back.
Okay, I don't have any more crystals of the type Arthur used, but I have this.
Wait, why can't we just use that with my father's machine?
Because we don't want to blow up the whole countryside. I'll explain when we get to my lab. I'm hoping that I'll be able to send you to clonefyra from here, but they're not going to just let me bring someone into the building. You should be able to sneak in through the side entrance. Just make sure no one sees you. I'll go on ahead.
Once the loading screen is done and Nina's stopped waffling on, we are now going to click onto the left-hand walkway where the ladder is. Aiden will walk off screen and then you'll see him just a bit further up ahead on the walkway. From there, we're going to climb the ladder. We have a new kitty pal that we're going to have to use to our advantages. As you can see, we need to get into this building. I'm not sure how the guy at the window doesn't spot us, but hey-ho. Firstly, we're going to use the mask with the cat, and the cat will be super scared and hide under the bench. As the cat gets scared, he'll break a plant pot. This plant pot has a key. We're going to use this key on the vent underneath the window. And by doing this, we'll acquire a padlock. Put the padlock on the front door. And then we're going to open the vent and let the kitty inside.
Fire hazards? But this was for the greater good.
And then the kitty attacks the bloke in the window. And because the door's locked, he has to open the window to throw it out. Good thing for us, he forgets to close it. Okay, last thing to do now is climb through. We'll find ourselves in the kitchen of this place.
My new sidekick had left me with a way in.
After Aiden's done talking to himself, we're going to click on the mirror above the oven and we're going to climb out of that.
The worker was still there, facing towards the lift.
The next two achievements now are coming up.
If I'd known earlier that I'd be standing
We're going to try and make our way across this little platform here, but this bird is not having it. So what we're going to do is move over and let the bird shout at us. It will then drop a feather for a few seconds before the wind blows it away. Make sure you click it before it goes away. If it does go away, just move to the right hand side of the screen and it will drop another one. Once we have the feather, use the feather on the butt of the kitten. This will make the cat jump and it will start attacking the bird. And this will let us get through without being pecked. We now find ourselves inside this establishment. Make our way through the first doorway we see and we'll meet Nina. She will tell us that we need a special item to get the glove working. I like how she didn't tell us at the start of the journey. We now have to backtrack back to the kitchen. And this is where our first of the two achievements are coming up.
Help with something. I'm almost ready to go here, but I need something else for this to work. A cavity magnetron should do the trick. The easiest one to get is probably from the microwave oven upstairs. I'll finish up here. Let me know when you've got it.
Once Nina's done talking, leave the room and go to the far right hand side of this screen and you will find an elevator. This will bring us straight back to the kitchen. Once we're in the kitchen, we're going to interact with the oven and we're going to steal the item that Nina needs. Apparently we're called Jerry as well and we've got a new best friend in the kitchen. So yeah, simply interact with it, take the item and climb back out the window again.
What I needed, and I didn't need to climb out the window to get to it. The microwave oven was in use, but I didn't have time to wait.
Once we've climbed out the window, we'll get the first of the two achievements, involving a certain microwave casserole. Now that we're back on the ledge, we're going to open our inventory and we're going to click on the magnetron and use it with the big drop. That's the middle waterfall. Obviously, Aiden doesn't throw this down and we get the achievement, No Way to Treat an Ancient Manuscript. Once we're off the ledge, we've got another 2 achievements coming up. Start speaking to Nina and use the item that we just acquired from the microwave oven with her. She'll go on a little talk and then she'll open up a portal to Clonefyra. Make your way through and we'll get the achievement, Damn.
Great, thank you. This'll just take a moment. Alright, I followed your father's design as closely as I could. Put this
We will then be playing as Lily. All we have to do is go through a little talk with the Birrell, make our way up the path, and then we'll find our grandfather's gravestone. Neither Aiden or Lily knew what happened to him, and this just confirms he passed away in Clonefyra. This will give us the achievement, Arthur.
Aiden, be careful.
Okay, we are now on the home stretch. We only have a few more to go. Once the loading has finished, we'll be playing as Aiden again, and we'll be on a snowy mountaintop. What we're going to do is follow the path down, and we'll start seeing hallucinations of Lily. Keep following the hallucinations until you get to this cutscene here.
There you are. What are you doing?
And Lily will turn into this spooky monster here, and Aiden is now in trouble. As you see, this monster was the doing of Mur. He was just trying to rob us all along. Then again, we did steal his glove.
And so will
This is when we'll go back to playing as Lily. We'll find ourselves at our grandfather's grave, where this spooky monster scares us away and then lays an offering. Personally, I'm not too sure what this means. I'm not sure if this monster is a good or a bad creature, but it appears that he did know our grandfather. We then find ourselves in front of Busby, and he's more than happy to see us.
Bugsy! I thought I lost you too. Maybe it's not too late to save my dad.
Now, this cute little duo has to save Aiden from becoming lunch. This monster must prey on our deepest feelings, as Lily sees her grandfather, her father, and her mother, until it turns back into its spooky little form.
Why did you make me see that? Hang on, Dad, I'm not leaving you. Dad!
Right, what we have to do is use Busby on the far right, higher platform, just like this, and he'll throw us up. We then follow the path until we come to above the monster, and then we'll get the vine from our inventory and click it on the monster's face. We then need to use Busby to grab the vine. And then once he's done that, we need to click on Aiden so we can jump on him and he can protect our fall. From here, all we need to do is use the vine with the broken plimp in the bottom right corner. And then once we've tied it up, Aiden will finally get to his feet and help us out and push the monster over the cliff. Aiden follows down the hole, of course, nothing can be that simple. And that's where we get our next achievement, Not Too Late.
I'm alright. Just don't come down.
Okay, I'm gonna jump down now.
We now found ourselves at the bottom of the hole. The monster seems to be out cold, and we're now reunited with Aiden.
What are you doing here? Are you okay? I was so worried.
I was looking for you and Granddad.
This is when they both realise that the grandfather and Aiden's father passed away in this world. All we need to do now is beat Mur, steal the glove back, and get home. And do it in a quick enough time that we can get the speedrun achievement.
Quick, we can't get stuck in this place.
If you walk up a little bit of the path, you'll find Mur.
No more waiting. This time I go.
Follow him to where he goes, and Aiden and Lily will be split up again. And here's me thinking that sea monster was on our side.
Wait right there.
Carry on as Lily and go to the right hand side of the screen, and we'll be in the room where we found Mur working on the machine to get himself home.
Wow.
This time we're going to walk over and interact with the water, and one of the final cutscenes starts playing, and it shows Mur and Aiden getting back to the home world. And this is when we find out that clonefyra was made to keep Mur prisoner, and that he's a lot more scary than he first let on.
Your father died to protect you and this world from me. My thanks for undoing his efforts. Ah!
I've got to do something.
Right, now we'll go back to Lily,
Hey, this must be Granddad's
and the glove is on the machine. What we're going to do is try to click it. We cannot. But thankfully, Nina is on the radio to give us some help.
Lily, who are you? Over.
Lily, this is Nina. I'm a friend. Where are you? Your father's been looking for you.
with him, and now I can see them fighting in the back garden through this magic mirror thing. I'm not making this up.
No, I believe you. Look, when the portal closes, the radio will stop working. If that happens, I promise I'll come back to get you somehow. Just stay safe.
Why is he doing this?
After Nina is done talking, Lily will say that she has an idea. What we're going to do is grab the glove that's on the machine, and then we're going to make our way back to the monster that we tied up earlier. This little guy is going to help us get home.
To see them again? Maybe I could give him what he wants.
Lily, don't do anything. Just stay put.
So make your way out of the door, then to the right of the screen, and you'll see him tied up. We are now going to use the glove with his mouth.
Okay, you big monster. You owe me.
Now, all we need to do is click A on the monster and jump through the portal. But before we go, we say goodbye to some of our cute little friends that we met along the way. And that is it. That is the last bit of the game. Now all we have are a couple of cutscenes and the credits. So now all you need to do is sit through these cutscenes and wait for the achievements to pop. Fingers crossed that you got the speed run.
You're all here. I don't have to be alone anymore.
All the achievements should pop during the credits, and you should get one for completing the game, not asking for any solutions, and completing the game in under 1 hour. So for our last achievement, we need to start the game again, and we just need to ask for a solution.
Don't leave me!
So as soon as you get control of Aiden, when he's trying to wake up from bed, open up your inventory and select Ask for a Solution, and you'll get the 25 gamer score. And that is the last one on the list. And that is the end of my guide. Thank you so much for watching. If I helped you out in any way, please let me know down in the comments. And why not hit the subscribe button to see some more? I'm always on the lookout for more games to 100%. So if you want to see me do any, let me know down in the comment section. Also, if you watch stuff on Twitch, come see me over there. I'm currently trying to 100% the original Dead Rising. Pray for me. But until next time, guys, I've been Morvi, and I'll see you later. Peace!